The world doesn't reward softness. It uses it. It studies it, tests it, and figures out exactly how to break it. We're told softness is a virtue, that if we're gentle enough, patient enough, understanding enough, the world will somehow treat us the same way in return. But the truth is, the world isn't built to protect the unarmored. It's built to feed on them. Every time you step into the arena with nothing but softness, you're stepping in unarmed. And the ones who see that, they won't hesitate. They will test you, push you, and if they can, they will crush you. They make softness look appealing because it keeps you manageable. They tell you that standing your ground will make you cold, that being firm will make you heartless, that drawing lines will make you selfish. So you learn to compromise, to bend more than you should, to keep the peace even when it costs you pieces of yourself. You tell yourself it's maturity, you call it patience, but what it really is permission for others to treat you however they choose. Softness without boundaries becomes surrender, and surrender is never respected, only exploited. It starts small. They borrow your time without asking. They speak over you and you let it slide. They cross lines just this once, and you excuse it. And the more you tolerate, the more they take. By the time you realize it, you're carrying a load you never agreed to lift. And when you finally drop it, they make you feel like the problem, as if your refusal to be crushed makes you the villain in their story. Softness makes that possible. Hardness ends it. There comes a moment when the mask cracks, not because you lost control, but because you finally gained it. It's the moment when you stop mistaking being liked for being respected. When you stop believing that keeping the peace means you're winning. When you realize that letting things slide over and over isn't grace, it's surrender. You start looking back on the moments you let people walk over you, and instead of feeling proud of your restraint, you feel sick at how much you gave away. You remember the times you smiled through disrespect, and you see them now for what they were, missed opportunities to set the tone. And then the switch flips. You decide that from now on, you are the line that cannot be crossed. You decide that when someone pushes, they'll feel something solid push back. You decide that when someone tries to take more than you offer, the door closes, and it stays closed. You stop asking yourself, what if they get upset? And start asking, why would I care if they do? You stop thinking in terms of keeping relationships comfortable, and start thinking in terms of keeping yourself intact. Because you finally understand, every time you let softness win over strength, you're not protecting harmony. You're protecting someone else's control over you. You don't announce this change to anyone. You don't post about it. You don't explain it to the people who won't understand. You just start showing up differently. Your tone changes, calm, measured, unshakable. Your eyes change, focused, steady, unapologetic. Your movements change, slower, more deliberate. Like someone who knows they no longer need to prove themselves. And it's in that moment, when you choose to get hard, that everything else starts to bend around you. Getting hard doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you lose your humanity. It doesn't mean you turn into something cold and hollow. It means you protect what matters. It means you stop letting everything in. It means you become the kind of person who can stand in the storm without losing the fire inside. Before, you were open to everything. Every word, every opinion, every criticism. You let it in, you let it touch you, you let it shape you. And because of that, you were shaped more by others than by yourself. Now you start carrying yourself differently. You walk into a room like you have nothing to prove, because you finally believe. You don't rush to speak. You wait until your words will actually shift the room. You don't rush to fill the silence. You let it stretch until they're the ones who feel uncomfortable. Your eyes stop darting for approval. They lock onto people like you're measuring them, because you are. You stop playing the game of trying to be liked by everyone. You play the game of deciding who earns a place near you. You start setting rules for your time, your energy, your focus, and you enforce them with a quiet firmness that no one can mistake for negotiation. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't get your attention. If it drains you, it doesn't get a second chance. And here's the thing, people notice. They may not say it outright, but they feel it. Some back away, realizing they no longer have the same access they used to. Some try to test you to see if the new boundaries are real. And when they find out they are, the testing stops. The transformation isn't about becoming harder to love. It's about becoming harder to break. And when the people around you finally understand that difference, they treat you differently without you ever asking. When you're soft, the world moves you. When you're hard, you decide what moves. You stop reacting to every comment, every insult, every attempt to bait you into explaining yourself. You start responding only when it serves you. Your pace slows down. Your choices become deliberate. You no longer live on other people's timelines. You set your own, and the world adapts. The people who relied on your softness will notice first. They'll realize they can't guilt you, can't sweet-talk you, can't wear you down like before. And when that happens, they either adjust or they leave. Either outcome works in your favor. Rule 1. Boundaries are not suggestions. If you don't defend them, they don't exist. Rule 2. Decide fast, change slow. Swift decisions show control. Consistent decisions build trust in your strength. Rule 3. Speak less, say more. Every word should feel like it costs you something, and cost them something to ignore. Rule 4. Protect your stillness. The harder you are, the more they'll try to shake you. Don't let them. Rule 5. Don't compete for every battle. Win the wars that matter. Power is conserved for the moments that count. Rule 6. Respect yourself first. Because if you don't, no one else will. They'll notice. They always do. They'll notice when your tone changes, when you no longer pad your sentences to make them comfortable. They'll notice when your body language shifts, when you no longer lean forward, but make them come to you. They'll notice when you stop showing up for things you don't believe in. At first, they'll be confused. They'll think it's temporary. They'll wait for the old you to come back. But the old you isn't coming back, because you buried that version the moment you realized. Softness was the very thing that made the crushing possible. And when they finally accept it, you'll see it in their eyes. The mix of respect and caution. They won't call it fear, but you'll recognize it. It's the knowledge that they can't handle you the way they used to. Hardness isn't about aggression. It's about endurance. Softness is easily bent, easily broken, easily shaped into whatever someone else needs. Hardness is different. Hardness shapes the space around it. When they push, you don't move. When they press, you press back harder. When they try to crush you, you let them feel the weight of a wall they can't break. You've learned that softness is a luxury, something you can give when you choose, but never something you live in. Because living in softness means living at the mercy of those who don't care if you break. So you stay hard, not bitter, not angry, just immovable. And when they realize they can't bend you anymore, you'll see it, the quiet shift in how they treat you. And that's when you know you've won.